Olá a todos, bem-vindos a este canal. O meu nome é Sofia e hoje falo de 4 verbos. Falo do verbo ter de ou ter que, falo do verbo precisar, falo do verbo dever e do verbo poder. So hi everyone, welcome to this channel. My name is Sofia. Today I speak about 4 verbs, and often they get confused along by many students, and so today I'm hoping to bring more clarification to what distinguish these 4 verbs. And the verbs are ter de ou ter que, precisar, dever e poder. So let's get started. So first of all, we're going to start this breakdown of these 4 verbs with ter que e ter de. And the first thing you need to know is that there is no difference between ter que e ter de. So both forms are correct. And often we see that verbs go along with prepositions and we need to use them, these specific prepositions with or conjunctions with the verbs, but when we look to ter que e ter de, they mean exactly the same. So we have 2 options of what we can use with ter. So saying this, you will hear me talking about ter que or ter de. It means exactly the same. So ter de or ter que is often linked to an obligation. This is what in English we would say must. I must do something. And this is often linked to external circumstances. Então, por exemplo, eu tenho de estudar para o exame de amanhã. I must study for tomorrow's exam. The next verb is precisar. Precisar is often linked to necessity or requirement. So in English, this would mean to need or to require. Por exemplo, preciso de ajuda. I need help. The next one is dever. Dever, it's often linked to express a duty, an obligation, or a moral imperative. This is what can be translated to must or should. Por exemplo, deves terminar o teste antes das 12. You must finish the exam before 12. So for me, this is where the confusion comes often, is between ter de e dever. Because if we look to the translation, they both mean must. So how do I know the difference between ter e dever? So this is not exactly the same. And so often I hear students using one when the other should have been used. So I find the easiest way to understand is dever. Dever comes from something that you should because of some moral obligation, because you feel compelled to have to do this for some specific reason that is either linked to your ethical values or to the ethical values of society. And ter is a must do. This doesn't mean that you have to. So the little trick between ter e dever is that even though they both mean must, ter is a must, you haven't to. As dever is you must and you have to, because this is the laws in certain country, because this is what the rules are. So dever is often very linked to rules. So our duties is in Portuguese deveres. So deveres is the noun for duty. And what I want to express here is the fact that you use the word dever linked to something that comes from I must because it's my duty to do this. Either because it's the rules of the school, because it's the rules of society, or because it's according to a certain set of beliefs or understanding is the right thing to do. Ter is an uncomplicated way of saying must. There is no really narrative behind, like I have to go to shopping today. Eu tenho de ir às compras. There is no complication here. We are not talking about if this is the right thing to do or not. It's just I have to go. I must go. Eu tenho de ir às compras. And so dever always brings this more complex idea that has an underlying reason or duty that leads you to say, I must do this. The last one is poder. Poder is used to express capability, permission, or possibility. This is what in English would be translated as can. Eu posso ir à festa amanhã. I can go to the party tomorrow. So let's do a recap. We use ter de ou ter que for expressing necessity or obligation. We use precisar when indicating need or requirement. We use dever when expressing duty or moral obligation. And we use poder to express capability, permission, or possibility. My challenge is leave in the comments box 4 sentences using these verbs, the different verbs. There is nothing that will be the most valuable thing in your study than to practice. So remember, these are tricks to help you have an understanding of what is the difference. But ultimately, the practice is what makes perfect. So I hope this helps, and I will see you soon. Adeus. Até já.